Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Little bit late. Sorry. I'm still adapting to the time change. I got up at 5 this morning and couldn't. Whoa, I'm in all caps typing in the chat. I got up at 5 this morning because just a couple of days ago, that was 6. And that's early for me, but acceptable. So, yeah, I'm adjusting. Give me 1 second. I'm going to close this one window because it's blowing out. I can see over here. This is blowing out color, which lets me know. See my hand? It's going to blow out my hand. So give me a second. Thank you. Part of the hazards of having huge south-facing windows for solar heat in the winter. It's either too hot, too cold, too bright, not bright enough, you name it. And I apologize if you hear my fan. Oh, that helped a little. Oh, well, just roll with it. If you hear my fan going, big wood stove fire this morning because it didn't warm up until an hour ago. And now it's too hot. Oh, well, life could be worse, right? Okay, so if you haven't been here before, my name is Lucinda, aka VintasticFinds, which means fantastic vintage finds that I love, I enjoy. I've been picking and using and wearing and collecting since I was a child. And I started selling on eBay vintage jewelry in 2001 for about 3 or 4 years. Back then, you had to mail your information back and forth, and it was dial-up internet connection. I think we just had got a modem. Yeah. And in the early 80s, my husband had a vintage toy store that specialized in lunch boxes. They were on the curve in the trend for metal lunch boxes. It was called Scoobies. Pretty cool name. In Berkeley, California. So I'm in California. I use pirate ship to do my best to get you the lowest possible shipping rates. Shipping is not included if you bid and you win on an item. I put my email in the first line of the chat. It's also in my channel description. If you win an item today, if you want to bid and you win an item, I need you to email me within 24 hours your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, including zip code, and your PayPal link. If you do not use PayPal on a regular basis, you can always check out as a guest. If you're coming back and watching this after I've been live, and today's going to be a little longer because I'm bringing some items at a reduced price, some items at middle range, and just a diversity. So it's going to be a little bit longer. So if you see something after this is over, you can email me and ask me if that item is still available. And there we are. I will be closing the items from this sale on Friday at noon because Saturday I have to transfer myself back down to the Bay Area to do my 2 to 3 weeks time caregiving for my aged father. What else? I don't know. How's everyone else's weather? Good? Kind of back and forth like mine. I know on Halloween a lot of you were having snow. We haven't reached snow yet. Freezing temperatures, but not snow. So yeah, I think I've covered it all. please do watch. I will be having a upcoming collaboration with Picasso Cat. I believe it's November 16th. I'm trying to set up a collaboration with another reseller, but I haven't heard back from them yet. And something's going to happen on Thanksgiving Day. So pay attention. I'm also on Instagram, so you can follow me on Instagram and excuse me, and get updates. Okay, so let's get into it. I do not have a mod, and so I typically type in the start price for an item. That way, if you're coming back and watching later, you'll see what the start price was. I do not say pass, but I will say sold if it's sold. So that can help you if you want to, fast forward through the video. All right. So like I said, I have a diverse amount of stuff. So let's get in it. Let's get in it. The first thing I'm going to bring to you, and I'm going to go back and forth between all this stuff. I threw in a lot more jewelry items, some more glass items, more ephemera, etc. Okay. First item I'm going to bring, I brought this last time, and it starts at a bid of 17. It is a red epic bonbon Viking dish. I'm fairly sure that this was one of their later and or last items. Quality is still absolutely stunning. It is deep red. And I brought something here today that I hope is going to help me show colors a little better. See that red with the black? It is a deep red. And when the light hits it, it has some, color variation, but in essence, it is deep red. Viking epic line dish. No chips, no cracks. If there ever is any chips or cracks, I will tell you. Otherwise, just assume that there is not. This is absolutely stunning. It's about 4.5 by 4.5 and about probably 4.5 inches tall. It's beautiful for Christmas. I did not do this, and I absolutely should, but I'm not going to get up again. Imagine this. We're just going to pretend. Let's do this. Hold on. Things fall on the floor. Let's pretend with this. Where is it? Oh, good Lord. I don't have the right item right here. I wanted to pretend it was filled with, here you go. This will work. Except it's the same color. But let's pretend that you filled it with silver, gold, blue, or pink Christmas balls. Like that. Absolutely gorgeous. $18 is a really good price for this. Medium range. Folded. Sorry, as many of you know, I can't turn off my phone in case it's my father. Last week, my father called me twice about 20 minutes before I was going to end my sale. And so I thought it was an emergency. I ended the sale. I called him up. What did he want? He wanted to know how to get into the live sale. And I was like, Dad, I sent you the link, honey. Don't call me like that and blow up my phone when I'm in a live. Bless your heart. So I'm now sending him the link every Wednesday in case he wants to pop in and lurk and watch. Actually commented last week. I thought it was really sweet. Okay, so if you change your mind, this is, I wish you could really see how dark it is. It is bright Christmas red. Viking epic bonbon line. Okay, moving on. Next item is going to, Good God. What? Whoa, hold on. All I did was put my arm on my computer and it closed and opened all kinds of windows. I thought I lost you for a minute. Sorry about that, people. This item starts at $8. $8. It is 1972 Christmas lovebirds in the winter, made by George Jensen, first issue, Denmark, 1972. These details on the side are slightly raised. It's absolutely beautiful. These are not uncommon, but I think they make a fabulous holiday display. It is about 6 inches. Lovebirds, there's a full moon, the corral, they're up on a snow-covered branch. There's the house with the wood smoke, barren trees, and it's got that like harvest theme. Very, very Denmark, right? Very Denmark style. Pretty popular right now. Here's the back. It, like, see, God, that is really annoying. The sun. There you go. This is, like I said, slightly raised. I'm sure hand painted. It's glazed over the top. It's just really beautiful. It says 1972. I mean, here we go. I was 11. If my math is right. I was 11 in 1972. So, for me, that has some sentimental about being a teenager. But I also just love the lovebirds. And if you know someone that needs a small gift or a display item, this would be perfect. Gonna pass on that. My hair keeps bugging me. Wind. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna pass on that for now. I don't generally do recaps if I get or have enough items actually sold, or if someone comes in late but they saw something in my preview, or they take a look at the preview doing the sale and they say, hey, I got here late, but I'm really interested in such and such. I always give time at the end for that question to be posed, and I will show the item again. Otherwise, until my channel is bigger and I have a whole bunch of you, it's worth everyone's time. If someone thinks differently, let me know. Okay, so this item is going to start at $6. $6. And it is just a super cute porcelain hand painted trinket dish. It's in the shape of a hand. So this would go by your sink as a ring holder with the gold probably 10 or 12 karat, possibly 24. It's often 12 karat gold paint around the edges. It's got the beautiful, sweet little flowers hand painted in the middle. It is likely from 1970s, maybe earlier. I didn't do a lot of research on this piece. It was made in France. It is porcelain, possibly bone china. How big is it? Fits in my hand. would say about 3 inches, maybe 3¼ inches long by about 2 inches wide at its widest. This would make a fantastic stocking stuffer. It would be really cute for a little girl's room or even a teenage. Well, to me, a teenager is still a little girl. It would be really good for a young teen. And this type of style with teenagers and adults, which means your preteen girls, is really trending right now. So this is an excellent price for just a small little stocking stuffer gift, or your main gift if you're on a budget like most of us are in this economy. So here it is, made in France. I do not know the maker. That is so dark right there that I can get no information. It kind of looks like an N or a K. I'll let you decide. So think about, I know I hate it. Halloween just happened. We haven't had Thanksgiving or Indigenous Peoples Day celebration yet. Most of us don't celebrate it at all for those types of reasons. Whatever, some people just have a family dinner or just do Christmas. But think about it. $6. Pass. Okay. I am going to start this next item at $4 choice. $4 choice. And like I said, I'm going to be bouncing around, picking up what captures my fancy at the moment. So these are wonderful. I bought them. I displayed a few of them a couple times. And then I was cleaning up and starting to get my Christmas vibe going. And I realized, I love these, but it's not really what I collect, even though I collect a lot of ephemera. And I think someone out there will enjoy them a lot more than me. So let's do it. Rose O'Neill, and I have 5 of them. Cupid, there's the fan. Postcards. These are by Florence Baker Manufacturing Company in Independence, Montana. I believe they're from, I believe they're from the 80s. So here is this Cupid with, what is that? A candle and a little kitten and then a mouse going back in its hole. And is that a doctor's bag? I am not sure. Maybe that's even an owl. I don't know. But I love Cupies. And see, here's the back. They've never been used. So that's one. Here's another one. This is one of my favorites. There's the older sissy. And it looks like they're playing leapfrog. They're playing leapfrog with all the little frogs, and there's some other little critters there, and the bunnies on top over on that one. Some of them have their little wings. It's absolutely lovely. This one has just this little bit of something. I don't know, but I think they're adorable. Look at that. Think about blowing this image up. I just saw someone recently who got some Cupid tattoo. It really inspired me. I was thinking, oh, wow, is that what I should do? Here's these little Cupies. Why are they building a brick wall? I don't know. Perhaps they're building their house that the wolf can't blow down. I don't know. But the one, they're all naked always, right? And the one has its apron on. The other one's holding an umbrella up so they don't get too hot and has a little rose. And then the littlest dude is flying. So they have their wings. Here's the back. This one is clerk of the court. They are having donuts and jam with a little policeman back there at the courthouse. Don't ask me. Cupids do all kinds of things, right? Here is the back side. Like I said, these are, I believe, it could be 1970s. And here are these Cupies in jail. I don't know if they're going into jail. Oh, yeah. See that older little Cupid guy who has full wings? Looks like that little girl got in trouble. And she's going into jail. Oh, that's what it looks like. Ah, and there's a little bird nest with eggs up there. And what, a little tree growing out of the roof? Maybe. Hey, remember the brick wall they were making? Maybe they made a jail. I don't know. And there's that one. So again, there's 5 altogether. Choice for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 20 for all 5. I'll take 16 for the lot. I'll take 16 for the whole lot. That is less than I paid for them. So, let me know. Uh-oh. My ruler just dropped on the ground. I'm telling you, time change discombobulates the bejesus out of me. Really am not appreciative of it. Okay, so I'm going to say pass, and I'm going to pick up my ruler because you never know when I might need it. I don't know what. I'm usually a little something, but not getting up at 5 in the morning, and So this next item starts at $5. $5. I got this with every intention that I was going to do this, that, I would use my free, oh, good Lord, that I would use my free time to do something besides spacing out or staring at YouTube. Well, I don't have a lot of free time, and when I am able to space out and do nothing, I take full advantage of it and really do nothing. I've left my house once since I've been here in 9 days, and I'm going to leave it one more time before I go home on Saturday, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. The one time I left, I went to a chili cook-off benefit for our senior center. That was fantastic. Good times. Okay. Excuse me. Some dust or a cat hair. Beginner needlepoint kit. Could work on it during the winter and then have your nice floral kit ready for framing in the spring. It's never been opened. So sorry. Here's the cords and the threads. They're a little bit thicker. It is printed in full color on 100% cotton canvas. It is 6 inches by 8 inches. Finish size 5 by 7. 100% acrylic yarn with instructions made by Vogue Crafts. Really good price to just while away your in the winter. Good Lord. There's my phone. Sorry. So again, there's the image. Another idea for a Christmas present, you've got a young budding crafter at home. Stick this in their stocking. Stick it under the tree. Encourage them to start using their talent. I did a lot of that with my daughter. She's incredibly crafty and she's an artist. She sees things that I don't see. She can put together in minutes that are just fantastic, and I'm struggling for 2 hours. But she started with things like this and then branched out very quickly into her own head and has created and made some of the most spectacular things all the time. I mean, she's, that's just who she is. So pass on that. And because I've done a few items of ephemera crafting, I'm going to move to another genre. How is everyone? Everyone's lurking. I appreciate that you're here, though. Thank you. I appreciate it. So this next item is going to start at 15. Again, perfect for Christmas or year-round. It is your Fenton pink basket. It is a large one. This one I will tell you how tall it is because it's larger. Sorry about my dog. It is 7 inches tall by 4 inches wide at the handles. The basket is about 2.5. And the basket itself is about 8 inches where you could put things inside of it. So let's see. It has these grape leaves in grapes. Or you know what? I'll go with berries. That's not grapes. Those are berries. Could be grapes. Butterfly. Grapes. Butterfly. It is opalescent at the top. It is pink. It is not white. It's a light pink, almost like a depression glass pink. There on the bottom is the actually not stickered but engraved in it. And but like I said, I believe this is from the 80s. No chips, no cracks, no repairs. It's got this lovely handle. It would be really nice with some kind of Christmas ephemera in it. It would be great holding a small bunch of flowers. It would be lovely holding small appetizer forks on a table. And it would make a really nice gift for a little girl. Or, a woman, okay? Not just a little girl. How about a woman? So remember, if you see something later, please let me know. You can always scroll through anything you've missed if you pop on late by going through really quickly, and then let me know and just say, hey, Lucinda, stop. Can I see that item? And I will show it to you. Excuse me. So we're going to pass on that item. What should I do? How about this? I hate it when it's only me typing in the chat. It looks really weird and monotonous. And I don't get the bounce off of people So I don't, I'm just talking to myself. I don't have any repartee going on, no chitter chatting. But nonetheless, I will carry on. Start at 20. Ugh. This is gorgeous. You see the birds on the thorny, blooming tree, or maybe it's a old-fashioned rose or a rock rose. The large feathers on the head make me think of flickers, but that can't be right. The one on the bottom makes me think more of like a titmouse. Maybe meant to be robins. I don't know. And then they've done the really nice lining, so it looks like wicker painting. And the scroll work on the top, the edges are up and down, like a weave would be, right? So it's really trying to mimic that. It is, blue and white. The back, this is actually made in, I went through this. It's Eastern European, hand painted in, oh good Lord, no, take it back. Hand painted in Thailand. Okay, that's where I was going to go. But then because it's so hard to decipher when I look at it with my old eyes. I went to Russian because it started looking like that. No damage, no chips, no cracks, never used. This would be beautiful on your holiday table. This would be beautiful for your Christmas. Put a bunch of oranges in here. Remember oranges in Christmas? If you were good, you got oranges in your stocking. And if you were bad, you got coal. Must be a coal miner thing, right? Or maybe not. I mean, maybe just everywhere because you heated your with coal or wood, but coal was cheaper and more efficient. Everyone had a coal chute. Anyone live in a house with an old coal chute? Oh, excellent, Patricia. Hello. I see you. I'll write you down for that in just a second. So this basket has multiple possibilities. I think it's spectacular. $20. It is what? About 9 inches around and 4 inches deep, not counting the handles. It probably weighs 2 pounds. It's quality made. It's quality. It's really nice. And I believe it's probably from the late 70s, maybe mid 70s. It's not, I think it's just ceramic. When I ding it, it sounds more like porcelain. So it might be porcelain. It might be. So here it is. I think it's beautiful. Okay. Let me write Patricia down for, let me put this over here. Let me put this in. So, whoops. Sorry, my dog and cat are best friends and they're playing. Cat always sounds like she's distressed. She's not. Lot of postcards for 16. If I could type, y'all, that would help. Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. Now let me write it. Oh, hi, Ellen. How are you? Hold on. Could be postcards for 16. I appreciate that, Patricia. Ellen, hey, I hope you're doing well today. The Viking Epic Bonbon was 17. That's the first thing I started with. It was 17, Ellen. So let me know if you're interested. Well, I got a lot of things to run through. And I think I'll do all the jewelry at the end because there's a lot of pieces. Yeah, I know. Dude, I guess they had to come up with something, right? Epic bonbon. So what I was thinking was, to put in little tiny Christmas balls inside of it for the holidays, because it is a deep red. It is not so dark that it doesn't shine light through it, but it's more of a deep red. So I'll give you a comparison, and I'll actually just run these next. In the light, so you see when the light shines through up here, this is about that color. It's washed out here. Okay, so if that helps any. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to run is those glasses, and they are going to start at $32. These are gorgeous, and I have them listed on eBay for quite a bit more. They are Avon. I don't care. Avon doesn't mean bad. These are beautiful. I have 4 of them. They would be fantastic holiday cold drink glasses, or you could get creative and put make pin cushions out of them. You could put gifts inside of them. There's so many things you could do, and they're that really deep ruby red where the light shines through. Here's the bottom. See where the light comes through, how that changes. Oh, hold on, Ellen. I really appreciate that. I do want to point out, and this one, hold on. This one has a chip right there, a little tiny ding. Gorgeous. Let me see. So I have 4 of them. Let me make, and they're stunning, y'all. They're dark red, and then the light shines through, and they're just, they're like check glass cut to clear, right? Except they're Avon. And, I can forgive them for being Avon because they're gorgeous. What I'm doing right now in trying to show you all 4 is making sure that I don't feel or see any other chips or cracks. Because if I do, and even with that one, I'm going to lower the price by a few dollars. So I want to just be really sure about that, because I'm not about selling super damaged items unless it's just, see, there you go. It's just so yummy. It's so holiday. Your juice glasses, your cold drinks, your eggnog and brandy, super elegant. And they are four inches tall by 3 inches wide. And so really the cup is 3 inches. With the base, it makes it 4. So there's one more. Let me see if there's another tip or ding. Based on that one little ding on these beautiful Avon, I think might be the Cape Cod line, but I forget. I am going to lower the start of those to 24. So if anyone's interested in those, 24. So Ellen, you would like that? Yeah. Hi, Karen. How's it going? Is it your internet or is it YouTube? Because I don't know. For the last couple of weeks, YouTube has been having issues, and last night and all day yesterday, something to do with getting rid of ad bots or whatever. Resellers and buyers and chatters were having loads of problems. So I'm curious if it's your internet, my internet, or YouTube. Man, you might not know the answer. Yes, Ellen, please send your information. I will be sending out invoices this afternoon, and I will be shipping Friday. So so do that, and I'm going to put in here sold epic bond dish for 17. Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate it. Let me put down your name, and thank you for coming in today. But I need to ship everything out. My local post office in my little valley up here in California is only open Monday through Friday till 4:30, and they close for an hour for lunch. So I need to get everything shipped out by Friday. So I'm going to invoice the total this afternoon, and then I need to be paid by Friday morning so that I can ship it out. So Elaine, it gets the epic goodbye. I really like it. I still enjoy it. Epic bonbon dish for 17. Thank you, Karen. That's good to know. Thank you. Okay, so I am going to do this little guy. I think he's cute, and he's cheap, but I think he's sweet. I think he's adorable. He is a Dakin. Wise Professor Owl. He's got his original glasses. He's got his original tag. He was never like played with and pulled and tugged on in any way. He has his little vest with his little buttons. It's a wool vest. He's big. He's got his giant pawpaws. I think he'd make a little kid very happy. He's got his original tag down here. I'll give you, I think he's from 1980, made in San Francisco, 1985. 1985. And he's just a big old guy. I mean, look at him. Look at him. What is he like? I bet he's 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide. Hey, Susan, how's it going? So let's see how tall this dude is. Oh, he's so cute, and he's just huggable and lovable. He is, I'll do it this way so I can see. Now, he's 13 and a half inches tall with his ears, and at his widest body, he's 8 inches, and if you included his arms, he'd be 10. And he even got his owl tail. Owls don't have tails, but I think they made it like that so that when he sits down, which he sits down and stands all on his own, it would help with these big giant claws. So he's the wise Professor Owl. That is what? That is a nothing. That is a nothing. You know, it looks like a pull. It's not. Okay. So he got big yellow eyes and his nose is leather. These are collectible. He's not one of the most collectible, but he's pretty dang cool. And he is very huggable and snuggable. So $12. If you change your mind, remember, and I hate to say this because I feel like a big box store, but Christmas is coming fast. All the other resellers out there are doing these huge Christmas and kitschmas like marathons. And I'm not going to be that organized. I will some Christmas colors, some Thanksgiving colors, ideas for the holidays, tell you that it could be a gift, but I'm not going to only have all Christmas or all Thanksgiving, or, you know, I didn't have all Halloween, because I'm just, you know, I'm not that person, not yet. And I don't know if I ever will. Okay. So we're going to pass on him. Now, do they have tail feathers though, Elaine? Because I'm a birder and we have lots of owls up here. And I know they have huge wings, but do they really have tails? Maybe some of them do, like the great horned owl, which is maybe the idea of this professor dude. I don't know. This is going to start at 12. Excuse me. This is actually embossed into the bottom, made in Japan. This is from the turn of the century, like the 1920s. It is a much older kind of, it's a porcelain. It's old. It is cherubs, urn style vase, right around the time of moving into Art Deco. It's very crude, but it's very lovely, and it's made to look like urns, which were oh so popular in the Victorian era. I love these things. A lot of people think, oh, that's just sloppy junk. I think they're wonderful. I have a large collection of all things porcelain, hand-painted Japan, especially occupied Japan. On this side, it's a little different. Let me see. I think they're picking like giant cherries. Perhaps it's some kind of flowers. It's hard to tell because it's crude. Here's the top. There is a slight amount of craze because it's 100 years old, but considering exactly how old it is, there's not a lot. And then in these feathers, that's actual, not crazing. It goes from green cream to a yellow to bring it up into this design under the lip. And that is just this design pulling up. So it's not crazing. There are no chips, no cracks. Romola, I see you at 12. Again, here's the bottom. And it is it is about 6.5 inches tall by 3.5 at its widest, with the handles about 4. So I'm going to say going once, going twice. This is your last call. Anyone else interested in this piece? Now, there's a few of these on eBay, but not that many, because there's just not that much of this stuff left. Not this old, and not this. I mean, it's just too crazed. It's too chipped because it is thin. It's just right after the Victorian age, beginning into Art Deco, but not quite there. Okay, sold. Let me put it down. Sold for $12 to Romola. Thank you, Romola, and thank you for coming to my channel. I don't know if I've seen you before. I appreciate that very much. And I have your information either, Romola. So please send me an email with all your pertinent information details. I know you know what I need. I will be invoicing this afternoon, and including shipping with Pirate Ship. I would like to be able to ship out Friday morning at my little local post office that closes at 4. Oh, your grandma has the teapot? The heart covering up, it says my grandma, and then the heart icon is there. The teapot. Assuming that's what you're saying. That's really cool, Romola. I love that. Okay. Let me move this guy over. Bring this. So sorry. Y'all. Life is struggle. It's real at my homestead. Hey. Oh. No. There goes my computer. Now I'm trying to do this. Start. This item starts at, you're welcome, Romola. Thank you. 15. This is 1900s teacup and saucer geisha ware. You can see through it. There's my fingers on the back. See that? Fine bone china, all hand painted orange. There's the 3 geishas by the riverbank with their village in the back. And these beautiful flowers. There's the mountain. This one is in incredible shape. On the sides, this side, it has those hanging, what I think are wisteria or some type of blossom. It has that on both sides. The base is teeny tiny for this cup. The orange paint here. There is, of course, the gold that you can see right there on the geishas and on the rim and the handle that pop out and give it that definition. Here's the plate. And the plate has 2 geishas and their master, a samurai. Their brother, I do not know. So, and it has larger flowers, and the geisha is leaned down a little further doing something in the river. I don't know what. So it's really good autumn colors. Yellow flowers, blue flowers. No chips, no cracks, no damage. turn of the century geisha ware. $15 is right at the price that these should be. You can find them actually for much higher than this on eBay. All hand painted, no damage. Okay, we're going to pass on that. I want to set it back someplace safe. And as long as I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do another one. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, Patricia. Maybe to get those girls. They're looking for something, I'll tell you that. And, we have a idea in the Western culture about what geishas are. If you've ever watched memoirs or read the book, I read the book and then I saw the movie, Memoirs of a Geisha. They were more mostly companions. The whole idea of like sex working or prostitutes was kind of really secondary. That was not the primary purpose. The primary purpose was to make the man feel important, to have that companion on your arm. Something that people today, movie stars, actresses, singers, they still do. They'll go to an event and they're not coupled up, but they have their person on their arm. So geishas, but in this, geishas also served you, and there was all these ceremonies and training and everything. But so we just have sometimes a really weird idea about all this. So this starts at 14. It is also another absolutely gorgeous teacup. That's not so gorgeous, is it? 24 karat gold painted. It's the Hawaiian flower. This is hand painted. This is cold paint. It is raised and textured. It is fine bone china. The inside has this. You see how, again, it's see-through? It is, here's the bottom. Anthurium is the name of the flower. It's a Hawaiian flower. There is a whole set of these with different flowers from different states, hand painted, cold painted, fine bone china. They are, I believe, 1970s. They could be 1960s. I'm not positive. If you have teacups collections, or you know someone who loves Hawaii and would like to have this beautiful flower to look at during the winter time, or to be able to, just to look at, it would make a lovely Christmas gift. Think about, I think about this a lot. Think about a senior in a facility and they can't have very many items. Think how this would really brighten up their room, and they could put inside of it their little trinkets, their little earrings, their, I don't know, go with it. Do they have a bird feeder attached to their window outside? They could keep a bird feed in here, bird seed, and then scoop it and put it into the bird feeder. I think it's beautiful. So we're going to pass on that. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to keep getting up and down because that's the way it is. Let me grab a couple items. I don't have to do that for a minute. Okay. This one is going to start at 14. This is a owl, soap dish. And the eyes, right here, see my finger back there? The eyes are where you put the screw it on the wall if you want. Made in Japan. Sorry, again, my phone because of my dad. Made in Japan. I'm going with this was probably 1970s. Is hand painted, but it is not cold paint. It is glazed. So that's why I put it at 1970s to 1980s. Likely sold at a place like Woolworths, you know, your Krager's, that type of place. And it just holds your bar of soap. I love owls. I think that this is a wonderful soap holder. It is hollow inside. It is very light. No chips, no cracks, no damage. I don't think it was ever used. I cannot keep this in my bathroom because I have mice. Well, no. Let's make that statement. I don't live with mice all over my house. That would be unacceptable. That would be so unacceptable. This is rewind. But because I live on 22 acres surrounded by people who live on 40 acres, 100 acres, I mean, I'm like really, you know, in many ways in the middle of nowhere, extremely rural. There are mice. There are wildlife. There is wildlife everywhere. So if I leave my door open for 2 minutes, you know, if they find a little crack in the workshop that's attached over there to my house, or I leave that door open to bring in wood in the winter or the summer when they're hungry, they will come in. They get in holes that are that big. So I experimented with putting a bar of soap in here. Next day, they were eating the soap. They eat soap. They eat soap, y'all. They found my laundry detergent, my powder, and tore apart a bag of brown rice that I had made into a sack that you microwave for sore muscles. They opened up that sack, put all the rice in the laundry detergent to stash it, and then left. Never saw them again. Why? Because it probably killed them, but it smells good, so they eat it. So this is thoroughly cleaned, experimented one day. It could be yours for that price. It is absolutely wonderful. Anyone who likes owls, this is a log. It's kitschy. It's fabulous. You can just set it flat or screw it to the wall. And it just holds your smaller bar of soap, because back then bars of soap, a little dainty, only for guests, were smaller, but they still make those. I got a whole bunch of them at the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo, California, when my daughter was born. We're going to pass on that. And next one, start. I'm in the right place. At 9. 2 Christmas angel taper candle holders in its original box, porcelain, made in Taiwan. They have little stars all around their dresses. There's a boy and a girl, little bow tie up there. Kind of a baby blue and a cream. Here's the back. And then they just hold those really small taper Christmas candles. This is manufacturing. That is not a chip or a crack. Porcelain. There's the bottom. That is the girl, I believe. And this is, yes. And this is the little boy. I believe the idea of the stars, and because they're angels, again, that's manufacturing, that black. The stars are meant to represent celestial, right? Angels, choir, Christmas, celestial beings. No chips, no cracks. $9. If you're to think about adding things to your Christmas collection, or you want to gift them to someone, or you have a teenager who would love these, now's the time. This is a really good price right now. In about 3 weeks, these will probably jump up to selling for 20. And I'm not kidding. 20 for these. And they're currently 9. They will not be 9 again. They're 9 today. And they come in their box, which the little insert just came out as I'm holding up. Here's their box. And here you go. Porcelain angel candle holder set. And they hold the tiny tapers. That's the size of like a little bit bigger than a birthday candle. And the box is great too for display. Okay. So think about it. You want to add anything to your Christmas display. These are really, really beautiful. I thought about keeping them. I said that last time I showed them. I'm still thinking about it. And they will. In about 2 weeks, they'll jump up to being $20. Yep, market driven. Okay. So I'm going to pass on those. I'm going to show you this. I wish I had. I'm going to buy one of those carts you get at like Michael's, Hobby Lobby. They're like 3-tiered metal on wheels. So I can put my items in the cart and have them all right next to me in 3 layers. So I don't reach over and everything doesn't constantly look so weird. Start at $16. This is Bakelite coffee pot. I would like to say this is pewter, but I don't know my metals well enough to be definitive about that. This is coming into the beginning of the atomic age, out of the 40s after the war. So it's got those swoops, that swoop kind of look. That's right after the deco and the war and the swoop. It's hinged. It's very well made. The top is Bakelite, and this is a metal finial. It's black. It's very well maintained. What I was thinking this would be really great for is not only display, but to put your the cold coffee that you pre-brew. You know how you make cold coffee overnight in a press? I was thinking this would be really nice on a coffee bar with cold coffee. And then your guests could just go and pour a little bit in a small cup and add their half and half throughout the day on Thanksgiving. Could you use it on the stove? I don't know. It also doesn't have anything to percolate. So I would say it's meant to be an after you make the coffee fancy. Pourer. It does have, no good Lord. Hold on, y'all. It is, so William Adams made BPC. I don't have my magnifying glass over here. Made by, that was really dumb. Made by something. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this was made in England, okay? And I think it's pewter, and I know that this is Bakelite. And I think it would be a lovely display for your cold coffee. I mean, you could put hot coffee in here. I'm sure it would hold the heat for a while, and that's fine too. And then You just pour it into little cups. You have any fancy tiny cups? I do, a lot of them. It is that big. So it is probably, using my finger, almost 12 inches tall by about, with the handle, 9 to 10 inches across. And I think it would hold about a cup to a cup and a half of fluid. Okay. So let's pass on that. Okay. Told you I was going to do a lot of things today. I meant that this next item is another item for your holidays. Start at 14. 14 for the set choice. These would be fantastic pie plates or bread and butter plates, which is, they're called bread and butter plates. They are the Majestic Collection, sat down, fine china from the Royal Dalton Company in England. They were made in 1982. 1982. I think they would look beautiful on your Thanksgiving or Christmas table. They could be used for the kids if you have a full set for the adults. They are 1982. Here's the back. It says 1982 on them. There is 4 of them. It is not transferware. It is hand painted, but it is under glaze. And there are 4 of them. This is actually the start price of $14. Replacements.com for a bread and butter / dessert plate is about, I think it was $16 to $18 a plate. So this is really super, super reduced prices. Put in my description that I was bringing some things at a real reduced price, and I am. So that's one of the items that's at a very reduced price. Will they stay that way? I don't know. Okay, passing on that. Start at 16. Jim Shore. I believe this is the Tilly, the cat. Jim Shore. Tilly the cat. With the birdhouse. And the cardinal. It's really gorgeous. He has his applied whiskers intact. This is manufacturing. Anything like that is manufacturing because it's all carved. And I believe it's carved resin. So there's also this, but that is not, it's just what happened in manufacturing because each one was hand carved. And it is Jim Shore Tilly 2007. 2007. Jim Shore is collectible. If you're a Jim Shore person, you're a Jim Shore person. If you're a cat person, you're a cat person. I'm a cat and dog person. It is about 8 to 9 inches tall with the stand. 8 to 9 inches tall with the stand. I love his face. Look at that face. He actually looks like the cat that just ate the canary to me. Cast resin. Yeah, yes, Patricia. I know it's resin. Is it cast? Patricia, put that back in there because I would like to know that, please. Is it cast? and not carved. I do know resin, it's not wood. It's definitely not wood. But there's a lot of these little places, these natural places. And this is supposed to be like this. And then there's those little kind of splits. And maybe they did that to make it look like wood. This is not a flaw that's developed over the years. This is just how they are. See, even the leg is like that. Oh, Susan. Hey, Susan. How are you? I hope you're having a good afternoon. Cast resin from a mold made from his original carving. Okay. Thank you, Patricia. So there you go. That makes sense. That's similar to that statue I found that is a huge, heavy ceramic cast from what I believe is a very famous artist. But they'd make their mold and they do, first the ceramic and then do the metal or the resin pours to see how it comes out. Okay. Thank you. And Susan, I see you in for 16. So I'm going to say going once. Going twice. I think he's so cute. Maybe it's a she. I don't know. Cats are so, Last call. Okay. I'm going to put sold. If I can type. Now I touch this computer and other things open. Okay, let's stop that. Sold to Susan for 16. Thank you, Susan. Susan, I know you from chats, but I don't know that I have your information. So please send me their information today. You know what I need. Your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and your PayPal link, or you can check out as a guest. My email is in the description of my channel. It's also at the very top of the chat, and I'll tell you all now. It's mscwalker@att.net. You can send me that today. I'm going to invoice this afternoon. I've been doing open boxes starting last week. So I do open boxes the whole time that I'm in one place. But I invoice every week. So since this is the second week and I'm leaving Saturday, everything's being shipped out Friday. If you miss this round of being shipped out, there will be, or paying me and getting me the information, there'll be a delay of up to a week because I'll be down in the city and taking my dad to doctor's appointments and very involved. And so your package will be lost in the first several days shuffle. And up here, my post office is not open on the weekends. Okay. So thank you so much, Susan. I'm glad you appreciate that. I do. 16. Okay. Start at 9. This little girl is at 9. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Good for you, Susan. How do you like being out in the middle of nowhere? I would take the problems of living out in the middle of nowhere to the problems of living in the city any day. Any day. Hey, Karen. How's it going, girl? You're late. I was up at 5 in the morning because that was 6 in the morning and I couldn't go back to sleep. So after this and invoicing and a late lunch, I'll be in some live sale falling asleep. So this little girl starts at 9. She's a Marari, made in Japan. Marari, made in Japan. I'm going to go with that. She was 1960s. She is, I believe she's praying. But it's up to interpretation. She's in her nightgown. She got her hands up like she's imploring you. This Capodimonte flower has one little rough spot right here, but the whole thing is a little rough. So I'm not sure if that's missing piece or just manufacturing. And in the scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. So here are thumbs of the two hands, painted pink with this gold paint down here. She is a planter or a vase. And back here are the two like mother's hands that are holding her, right? Really sweet. And this little swooping, because the cuffs of the shirt are there as she's being held. Here's a close-up of the little girl. Her face is so pretty. She has almost more like a purplish blue gown. And she is about 5 inches tall by about 5 inches wide. She's porcelain. I think she'd be a really sweet Christmas gift for a little one. Your little one could go out on walk and pick flowers and put water in there and put her cute little picked flowers inside of this vase. And remember to say her prayers that night to be good to mom and dad. It's really unusual, but that's why I picked it up, because it's really kitschy. So $9, porcelain, Japan, 60s. Gonna pass. Okay. I have this. If I could spell, I have it. This starts at 14. Now, if you like, I have 6. It's either 6 or 8 more of them that I would sell a whole set, and that would be a whole expense. That's a whole different story. Ruby red, similar to the Avon Cape Cod juice glasses that I sold, but this is not Avon. It does not have a bottom. Does not have any. That's a piece of fuzz. It doesn't have any chips or cracks, but I believe, if I remember correctly, this is it's either Anchor Hawking or Hazel Atlas, one or the other. And it is molded, pressed. I believe these are from the 70s. This is not raised. It is molded. I think this looks like a certain type of leaf to me. It is, like I said, I think 70s or 80s. It's absolutely beautiful, depending on where the light hits it. And what would you do with one, you ask, right? The whole set that I have of these, I'm not sure if it's the same pattern. I think it might be different. But the whole set would start at $75. So what would you do with one? Put mercury picks in it. Put a ball and make a pin cushion. Put a pick in there and put a ephemera postcard up here. Use it as a vase. Use it as your super fancy guest bedroom toothbrush holder, and they can use it for, to clean their mouth after they wash their teeth and gargle, right? It's absolutely beautiful red glass. So, and, it's about 8 inches tall. It does have a slight amount of wear, but nothing that's, a super big deal in any way. There are no chips, cracks, and it does that whole constantly changing color things. So holiday times, this would be fabulous. Just saying. There it is. And I'm going to pass. Oh, okay. Where to go? How about a linen? I appreciate all of you who are still here. I'm going to do choice. Either one is 24. Start. They are both, hair is everywhere from the fan. They are both vintage tablecloths. No spots, no damage. There could be the smallest amount of yellowing somewhere, but can you all see that? Because I can't see you. So this one has the beautiful pink tulips with the greens and the blues. It feels 100% cotton to me. I just saw on this one, that looks much bigger than it is on my camera. It is a teeny tiny little pull. It looks gigantic in the camera. And how big are they? It's the same on the front and the back. It is a square or a rectangle. That's number one. It is, let's see if I can do this math since I've been up for like hours and hours. God, my brain is nuts. 2 by 2. So 4 feet by, I bet it's 4 feet. What do you think, y'all? Yep, 4 by 4 feet, 4 feet by 4 feet. It is, here is, if this matters to any of y'all, it's a machine done. It's like a cotton linen. It's a cotton linen. So that's choice number one. I'm going to hold it back up. The pink with the blue and the cotton's absolutely beautiful. Talk about brightening up your house. Now this one is a vintage, but it's like that percale with the God, I don't know what you call it. It is these urns filled with this beautiful bouquets. Very kind of Victorian look with the creams, blues, yellows, and like pastel-y greens. This one, again, has that kind of, it's like that percale. I think I'm saying that right. And it is actually a little bit older than that one because you can see the machine threads in its making. See that? See those tiny, tiny machine stitches? Does this one have a label? Do not think so. I bought this thinking I'd use it for myself, but I never do. Here you go. This one has a label. It's a California hand print. It's Narco Rayon. Narco. rayon, and cotton, U.S. Patent Office. I'll show you the tag. So this one is, that makes this like somewhere in the late 60s. You see the label? The other one does not have a label. But I would go with that one. I still get a very 60s to even 50s feel off the pure cotton one, because the new material, when they started making the percale, they figured out that they could make blends and that it would be more waterproofed and everything. In the late 60s, the chemical companies started figuring out that they could do more with textiles. So this one is, I'm quite sure, about the same size. It actually may be a little bit bigger. So let's try to measure it. Hold on. Thank you. Nope, this one's bigger. This one is, good Lord, 31 times 2, 62 inches. Make that into feet, y'all. 62 inches one way. 62 divided by 5 feet, about 5 feet. By about by about 26 is 52, about 5 by 4, 5 by 4, 24 each choice. The middle of this one, just to be clear about that, is just this blue square with the little leaves and kind of the little, like, see that? That's the middle of this one. And then it goes up, like that. Okay. You know, I love, they actually have a lot of vintage tablecloths, Afghans, quilts, but holding them, we'll talk about that, right? It's a pain in the butt. Okay. Pass. How's everyone doing? Hanging in there with me? $7. This is a Hazel Atlas single frosted rooster cup. I think I've heard these referred to as cock. So it's just a single. If you have a collection of these, or you love birds, or you know someone that has birds, lives on a farm, is rural, maybe like me and Susan, and have chickens. And again, this could go in the back as a toothbrush holder and mouth rinser, water glass. You decide. It's your decor. $8. About 8 inches tall. Hand painted. Reminds me of what was that? Red-legged. There's a cartoon, and there was the red-legged rooster who was really bossy and kind of funny and always got in trouble. So it's a cartoon. Figment. Oh my God, 1960s, y'all, help me out. It was a cartoon. No, not the Roadrunner, Elaine. Something else. You know, it'll come to me after we're done. Foghorn Leghorn. That's it. Thank you. Foghorn Leghorn. Exactly right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna throw up some more linen and finish off some glass and the ephemera. Okay, so these are a bundle. Oh, my computer. Thank you, Karen. Did you watch? You watched Foghorn Leghorn. You know, I need to find those on YouTube. They were pretty dang funny. Start at 15 for both. 15 for both. These are teeny tiny hand sewn tulip design, little linen towels. These would be your fingertip towels, where you have your better towels, your not better, sturdier towels that you constantly rub your hands on. Rub your hands on and use to take things in and out of the oven, dry your dishes, etc. Would be what would sit in your apron or by your stove that you just kind of wipe your hands on. And there is a black one and a blue one. See the hand stitching? These are probably 1950s. It's super fine linen, really good quality. These were never used. They're starched and pressed. Someone did all that work and never used them. Pastel, pink and blue. Pink and blue. Let me know if anyone comes back to it. These are available until Friday morning because I have to transfer myself. So this next pile starts at 10. The whole pile. They are your really nice linen mix napkins that someone sewed onto the front with just a couple tacks. These hand tatted flowers, right? They're this beautiful kind of baby blue, just very simple linen napkins. I like to use napkins like this. I use them all the time. I have a ton of them, and I use mostly vintage because they're better quality and they actually absorb whatever's on my fingers, whereas the new ones do not. So I use these, and you see where someone just tacked it on. So the thing with these is that for whatever reason, maybe they got bored. I don't know. Maybe 4 were for adults and 4 were for children, which I was thinking during the holidays. That would be really cool. There's 4 with the tacked on flower. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the tacked on flower. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 without. And these are all folded funny. Sorry. I took them out of my drawer and these are longer. The ones without. You like my fan? It's blowing all over the place. Sorry, you guys. I think I'll get up and turn it off in a minute. These ones are longer. So, I just had a genius idea. Boy, how dumb am I? Okay, let's get real. This often happens to me when I'm live. I believe this was the placemat. This was the placemat. And this was the napkin. And then you put your little teacup, like the ones I just showed, and your little plate on the card table for your ladies' get together. That's what's going on. So, super cheap to have your fancy little ladies' party, your little girls' tea party, right? Because they're not so fancy or so elegant that, if a little girl ruins them, you're going to kick and scream about it. They're just perfect for, that fun little tee for you or that fun little tee for your little girls, your little boys. Heck, they're blue, right? So there's a set of 4 placemats, and they're linen. They just need to be pressed. Oh, excuse me, I have to blow my nose. Your linens and your allergies. Your linens and your placemats. What a fabulous idea. Germs not included. They don't have any germs, they're allergies. So there you go. They just need to be pressed. I think this would be a lovely gift. And then get your little one a tea set and give them these plates and napkins. Boom. My daughter would have loved this as a child. Absolutely would have loved it. So there you go. There's the set for your tea party. Okay. How are we doing? I'm going to pivot in a couple minutes to jewelry. Let's see. But I really want to show all these items. Hi, Travis. How are you? Thanks for joining. These are going to start at $5 choice. $5 choice. You have a choice of child size masterpieces. It is steps 1, 2, and 3, matching, pairing, and sorting. There is by the Great Masters. Includes 3 cover cards for pocket folders. So this one just has, and there's instructions for how to do it in the back. I mean, personally, you could do it for some kind of matching process. You could also just use them for postcards. You could use them for the images. You could frame them. Really up to you. I don't really know what all this, and see, this is step 2, level 1. I don't know what they're talking about. I haven't read through it. But it has various different styles. Degas, Modern. Oh gosh, help me out. Not Mod Podge. Modern. I have a friend who's obsessed with that art style. She painted a car in all of that. The lines, I can't remember what it is. Oh, Goya, Kandinsky. So that's book 1, $5. Again, entertainment for the kiddies or for you. And this is Usborne cutout models. You need a pair of scissors, craft knife, and a tube of glue to transform this book into a superb model of an American frontier fort. It's based on some of the more well-known American forts of the early 1860s. Yada, 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 yada. It includes over 60 pieces, including many cutout figures to help you bring the model to life, providing hours of model making fun. Here it is on the back. Can you all see that? There you go. Here's the front. So inside is all the pieces. I mean, it just goes on and on and on that you would cut out. You know, these were really popular when my daughter was little in the 80s. And this one was originally $10. Yep. Published in 1998. And, you make a fort. So, again, it's a Christmas gift. And, I'm going to tell you something that I did last year that you could think about. And that is that I bought a whole bunch of stuff that was very inexpensive, and a lot of it was clothing, but a lot of it was children's toys from resellers, and they were newer toys, and I gave them to shelters for Christmas presents. So something to consider. So we're going to pass on that. We're going to do a couple more pieces of ephemera, and this is starting at 7 for choice. These two items. First, this. I bought this for me. It doesn't really fit in with everything I have in ephemera, so I'm going to pass it on. This is a stand-up storybook, Timmy the Tiger. And he opened up. This insert right here so that, hold on, let me see if I can do this. So that he stands up. You see how he's standing up? You're going to have to, play with him and adjust him on your own table. You have a little bit of a crease right there. He is Timmy the Tiger, MCM LX1X 1959, from Holland. Timmy Tiger. And here's his little story, 1959, y'all. What is Timmy doing with his little hippo buddy? All his little animal friends in the forest? I don't know. You can read it and find out. Oh, that must be his mom. Telling him to come home and do some chores. I don't know. This is really cool ephemera. If you're into ephemera, this is awesome. And then he just folds up like this. Look at him. 1959. Adorable. And the other is the old Thomas Edison Winter Home, Fort Myers, Florida postcard set. Copyright 1958. 1958. And here's Mr. Edison with his light bulbs. Although, he wasn't the first one to invent light bulbs. It's just that people decided to go with him. Little trivia fact, just in case you didn't know that. And then you open it up and you have this whole huge thing of his home. On one side is one pictures from 1958 of Mr. Edison's, what looks like a plantation to me, y'all. And on the other side is a whole slew of different pictures. One of the man himself. These are upside down because that's how the book is. There's another of Mr. Edison. And then right here is a whole little thing about Mr. Edison. So, like I said, $7 choice. They don't cost anything to ship. It wouldn't cost anything to be thrown into your open box if you already have one. And if you don't, remember that while this 2 weeks open box will be being closed, and I bill every week, but I bill the final shipping on the last week. Next week, we'll start a new round of open boxes for, I think it's going to be almost 3 weeks, that one. And that is going to save on my time, and it's going to save an enormous amount for all of you on shipping. So keep that in mind as we go, because that's really important. Okay, I'm going to show a couple really quick items, one fabulous item, and then I'm going to do jewelry, and then I'm going to call it, y'all. So this is 18. This is going to take someone who is in this niche, knows what it is, and wants it. This is not a bad thing. This is not a thing, but this is just a specialized niche. If I could grab it. Sorry, way too close. Yes. It is a cut crystal, about almost 3 pounds, golf club. Paperweight. In the sunlight, it shoots rainbows out all over the place. It could be even 4 pounds. On the back here, it is from the Kodiak Golf Outing, first place, 1994. So this was given to someone that the Kodiak Golf Outing, first place in 1994. It is cut leaded crystal. It is, like I said, about 3 pounds. It is, a niche item. The holidays are coming. You know someone who plays golf. You live in Florida. You live up, against a golf course, in your nice houses, and you know someone who would love this as a gift. Doesn't matter. You could tell them that they won first place. None of that matters. What matters is that it's a fabulous cut crystal golf club for very, very inexpensive. No damage. I mean, I could shine my black light on it to try to see if it would make any colors, but it, well, it kind of shows you that it blings. See? In the sunlight, it blings. So, there you go. Trying to get through a lot of items. So, since I just talked about blinging and I want to get to my jewelry, I'm going to do this one last glass item, and I'm going to show something that's spectacular, that if it doesn't sell here, look for something coming up on Thanksgiving, because I'll be taking over there, and then I'm going to do jewelry. So, thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. This, which item is it that I just decided I was going to show? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. This item starts at 19, and I need a drink of water. Forgive me. This is a reduced price by a little bit. I had this on the peddler's train, but no one claimed this. This is turn of the century purple amethyst paper thin vase. Paper thin. It is hand blown. It is swirled. It is very opalescent in the light and dark, not in the light. It has no damage. It's Victorian. It is. You hear that? Hold on. Paper thin. Where's the bottom? Here's the bottom. There's the base. This is really, the price I had on the peddler's train was cheap. This is a good price. I can ship it and pack it really well so it doesn't break. This is not anything. This is there's a teeny tiny bubble in the glass right there. Teeny tiny. That is the only place that I see a bubble. Really high quality. I suspect it's likely European. And it is just paper thin. Paper thin with no chips, no cracks, no damage. Here's the inside. Not much to see except the swirling details of the blown glass. And it is about 10 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide at the top. Turn of the century purple amethyst glass. I wonder if it glows. I've never even thought about that. No, it doesn't glow, but look how the light it puts out onto my hand from the light going through. So that's what it would do in the hot windowsill. That's gorgeous. Okay. That was, I wish this heart wasn't in the way. I think I said 18. All right, y'all. So there is a couple little things I could show you, but what I'm going to do instead so that I get some jewelry, and I've showed you I'll show you this one thing and then the jewelry and then the blaze, because I'd like to get these over there that I have to someone who can use them during the holiday and the winter time. It is $4 choice. And like I said, it's just me here. It's just me here. So, I have these sets of soup mugs and all these things. And, the majority of the time, it's just me. So I'm not going to use these things. I'm not going to cook these big meals. That happens down in the city where all my family is, not up here. Occasionally there's family gatherings up here. Although with everything that's happened with my mother's passing 17 months ago now, I don't know, and my father being ill and rifts in the family, which when the mother passes, things come out. Unless you're a very polite family, things happen, and things happened in my family. So big holiday dinners with all the grandkids and everything, yeah, not really. So, but I will be doing a Thanksgiving with me and my good friend and someone who's the son to my father for Thanksgiving. And we will be doing a small Christmas gathering, but not up here. So good Lord, y'all. I really need to buy that cart. I'm going to be buying it when I go down. I'm going down Saturday and I will be buying it. So what the heck is for choice? These, hold on. These are not uncommon. They're the oven proof, made in the USA, Anchor Hawking, melt glass, soup or chili, mugs, bowls with their handle. There's no damage on any of them. They're not the Fire King. They're the Anchor Hawking. They have the anchor on the bottom, which doesn't want to show up, but y'all can trust me. And you can put these in the oven, so you can actually bake individual little meals or warm individual things. So there are 3 of plain melt glass, $4 piece choice. No damage on any of them. Go in the oven. 3 of just the white, and this one is got the decoration. What pattern this is, I don't know. Not a clue. And it is Anchor Hawking Fire King. This one is a Fire King Anchor Hawking. So it's not a matching set, but again, you have your kiddos and you want to serve them little miniature chicken pot pies. You want to put soup in here with a little handle to make them feel special at the holidays. $4. They don't weigh much. They weigh about, quarter pound each. $4. Not uncommon, but lovely holiday idea, y'all. So there you go. Let me know. And now I'm going to pass on showing you this one thing that I was going to show you. And I have not shown you the Randall MCM short melt glass planter, which I showed last time, and it's in my preview. It's fabulous. If you're interested, email me at mscwalker@att.net. I have not shown you the board and creamer that you can use for your coffee bar. I have not shown you the elephant-footed red glass vase, the oil slick painted glass vases, the Capodimonte floral decorations inside a vase, the brass vase, the wooden hinged carved box, the 4 1950s china bowls, or the candy container. So if anyone is interested in any of those items, let me know now. Put it in the chat or email me. Okay. Any questions? Y'all still here? You still with me? Do you know I haven't eaten lunch yet? I mean, I got up at 5 in the morning because that was 6 in the morning. But I usually don't get up till 7 or 8. And I did have breakfast, but I haven't had lunch. And I'm already tired because my body doesn't know what's going on. So, okay. This. If these do not sell here, they will be in. I will, Ellen. Thank you. If these do not sell here, I will be bringing them elsewhere. They're spectacular. I found them last weekend at my Valley's first weekend every month barn sale. And it's in an actual barn that's over 100 years old. It's probably close to 200 years old by this time. Before I went to the fundraiser for the senior center chili cook-off. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? It's like, no, they have to be repops. There's no way. And I picked them up and I was like, wait a minute, that color? Are you kidding me? And they're double? Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. So some of you may be very excited like I am. And some of you may be like, whatever, right? These are lucite. There are 2 of them. Candle holders. They are double. Often you find these and they are only 3 layers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, and it's huge. Also, I'm used to seeing these very small. It is 6 inches across. The actual candle insert is, to be on the safe side, I'd go with 2. So your standard small, they're not taper, but your standard small tea lights. Let's go with tea lights. And you could put an electric tea light, small one, in there. And it's yellowed, right? It's not clear plastic and it's not yellowed. It has a yellowish tinge to it, which makes it play in the light even nicer. There is no damage. There is no missing of any of these. Now, they were used, right? I don't actually see where a candle went in here, but they were used, on a table. You can see the scratching. So they were cleaned. Someone cleaned them with the dang scratchy sponge at the point, which is just really preposterous. But what's in, can you see the yellow? See that? So that comes and goes in the light with these. Now, why are they so incredibly cool? Because, let's see, how do I get this? They glow like nobody's business. Let's see, how do I get that? You see the green? These are from the 1950s. See the green? The whole thing glows like that. If you had these under a black light, they would be that green color. It has the cadmium in them, in the plastic. It's 1950s vintage lucite. 2 of them, 6 inches across. Candle holders. These are incredible, and they are not easy to find because since they're just plastic, people just threw them out. They just got bored with them, and they're like, oh, those old plastic things, nobody wants them. I'm not going to donate them. The grandkids don't want them. Just throw them out, Harry. Just throw them out. When you're cleaning out the estate, you still not see the yellow. That's because they all glow. Every single piece of this glows. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely. I mean, I was so enamored of these, and I think they could probably sell for a whole lot more somewhere else, but I didn't do any research because I wanted to bring them to you guys. I considered keeping them. I really did. But they do have, the one particularly has the scratching on the bottom because someone's an idiot. And, they were just plastic. So people are like, yeah, clean them, whatever. They're back in the day, you pick these up at, again, your Woolworths or your Craig's or maybe a Macy's type store, Capwell's, for $12, $10. I mean, $8, not much. I see you, Ellen. You know what's going on. These are, honestly, doing something on Thanksgiving, and I would have been starting these higher. So that's what they are. I'll show you the glow one more time, and then I'll do a countdown. Ugh, come on. For Ellen. See that? Every part of it glows. Every part. God, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder at myself, what am I doing? Why am I selling this stuff? But I have because I've been doing this and collecting this since I was a teenager and a little kid. We went shopping at the thrift stores. I can't keep everything. Oops, I knocked into you guys. So sorry. And then I put my hand in your face. All right. So I see Ellen in. Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. And I'm going to do a going once. For the gigantic double glowing cadmium VintasticFinds lucite candle holders. Going twice. Or my one day I'll have a mod. And then it won't be so awkward. Last call, y'all. Sold to Ellen for $35. Right on, Ellen. Thank you so much for popping in today. Those are, God, I love them. I love them, and I hope you do too. Thank you, Ellen. I really appreciate it. Is it Ellen or Aline? I know Driscoll, that I can say, but I may be saying Ellen when it's Eileen. So if you want to correct me on that pronunciation, feel free. Okay. There's a couple other little things here and there. Eileen, see? The minute that I said your name for the third time, I was like, I know that's not right. I just know it. Thank you, Eileen. Okay. I'll remember that, Eileen. Thank you for correcting me. My name is Lucen, but my growing up, my parents shortened it to something else. And I'm not going to say it because then all of you will call me that. And I fight to this day to be like, no, no, no. Call me by my full name and pronounce it right. So I like to respect that. Okay, we're going to run through some jewelry. And like I said, the few little other items that I have today. Sorry. I got to blow my nose again. If anyone was interested in something they saw previously, or they're interested in something in the preview that I did not show, email me. I'm sorry. I have really bad allergies. A lot of it. I've had allergies my whole life. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you for stopping in. Send me your information by early this so I can invoice you. What about the ruby red glasses? Patricia, which ones, honey? I showed these. And then I also, and these are the Avon, but I also have the Cubist cut. Okay. Do you, here. Okay. They start at 22, Patricia. Hold on. I think these I had last week, and I was surprised no one was interested for the holidays and just in general. Again, okay, thank you, Eileen. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. These, Patricia, these Cubist, Cape Cod, ruby red. Look at these again. I don't have big holidays, or I would be keeping these. The dark, dark, dark red, and then with the light, doing the same thing like glass, and the cube cut on the bottom. No damage. $22 start for the set, Patricia. And I have 4 of them. They're just beautiful. These are from the 60s, late 50s. I don't remember the maker. It's not Avon. I think it's God, I went round and round with someone about this when I got these. So it's either Anchor, Hawking, or Hazel Atlas, not marked. Okay. Well, there you go, Patricia. But here they are, you guys. 22 is a significant drop from what I had them at last time. And because the holidays are coming up, I'm going to raise the price the next time I bring them in a couple weeks. But that's fine, Patricia. Don't worry about it at all. Boo. Sorry, Patricia. Don't worry about it. We all have, our taste, our style, our eye, our brain, what makes us happy, what makes us tick. And so no offense here. Okay, so start at 15. This is, I showed this last time, I'm showing it again. It's a Lisner thermoset, alternating light and dark blue bracelet. Lisner is one of the more highly desirable collectible vintage jewelry pieces out there. This is a very low price for this bracelet, but I'm okay with that. It's from what I used to sell. It is articulated. It is very well done. It's called thermoset, the type of plastic. It was done in the 50s. See the colors? Absolutely gorgeous. I used to wear this for a while, and then I put it away in a box. I have a pink one somewhere as well. Here is the Listener tag. It is absolutely stunning. It has nothing wrong with it. It fits my wrist, but tightly. It is, so that's why it's articulated. It's supposed to be tighter, but yet it's articulated, so it has that move and it doesn't, squash you. So since it fits my wrist, it's a small, okay? It's a small. Wonderful. If you have small wrists, or you have a teen that's into vintage jewelry, which is coming back. Actually, I just saw a thing that vintage jewelry is the hottest trending item in 2023. Yep, which I love, because let's get rid of all that crap that's out there. This would be a fabulous Christmas present, and it's definitely those winter colors, and it's thermoset because of the way it's made. It's shiny, really shiny, and then it's got that silver tone. And this is from the 50s, and you see how that metal hasn't scuffed or scratched, nor has the plastic one iota. Okay, so one item. Pass. This is $6 choice. $6 choice. I found these at the barn sale, and my grandma made these in the late 50s, early 60s. Things like this. I had a ton of them. If I could untangle them. Hold on. Okay. I brought 2 of them today. This is paper. These are all paper that was rolled together and glued to make beads interspersed with real seed beads. This is hand rolled paper. This was something that you made your own jewelry at home in the 50s. These ones are particularly colorful. My grandma's were not as colorful as this. It's hand rolled paper. Yep, believe it or not. And they're very long, and these are just really detailed. I think this would be a cool thing to craft and bring back. So you see how long this is? I can't even. Here it is, kind of doubled. This one. I'm not going to measure how long it is. It's long. So, and from the 50s, and fabulous. You could think out of the box. $6 is really great price for these. They're kitsch-tastic. I mean, seriously, kitsch-tastic. You could use these to wrap around, even though they're in a circle, your little tree, your bottle brush. You could put them on the mantle. Look at it. That's one. Choice number one. And choice two is the paper one. And this is more your browns, greens, and yellows with a little bit of blue. Same length. Isn't it fun? So there are those for $6, and these will be coming to another sale. I'm going to pass on those. And this is $2 if you have a box. It is probably 1970s, maybe early 80s. Poinsettia pin. It does not have any rhinestones or anything in the middle. There's a tiny bit of paint loss right there. Bright red, $2. Obviously, it's a brooch. C-clasp, 1980s. Could be 1970s based on this metal in here is more throwback to the 70s, even the 60s, except it's got a safety clasp. $2. Screaming price. It'll go up for the holidays. Okay. Start at 16. This is a set. Made in Japan in the 1950s. 3-strand opalescent. If it would stop moving. It is, there you go. 3-strand opalescent green and creams with some little crystal beads in there. And the gold tone finials, made in Japan. 3-strand, I can't talk. 3-strand choker necklace with the bottom pieces, and you know, it is a choker. The bottom pieces being these cut oval pieces with the seed beads. It just shuts with this, so you get to choose how long here. the clasp here says Japan, and it comes with, if I can find them, 1, 2. These 2 clip-on glass earrings. So they were not originally a set, no, but they go together perfectly. There's nothing missing. These are glass clip-on earrings. Absolutely gorgeous. Clip-on. So the set, 16. I think I was saying 14. 16 for the set. They still work. You know, often people are like, oh, do those still work? Absolutely. The other thing, remember about these is that you can use them as sweater clips. So they don't only have to be the clip-on earrings that after a while always really hurt my ears. They can be sweater clips. Okay. Pass. Start. 15. This is a, which one is this? Monet. Gold tone. Super sparkly. It's, there you go. It goes down like that, so it has a lot of play and it sparkles like crazy in the light. Cut out leaf, like a fern leaf. There's some of the sparkle. Here's the top. It's a Monet. Really good name in jewelry. It's likely from the 80s as well, possibly the 70s. It has a safety clasp. And the thing about why these are so collectible and so retain their value, if not go up, is because they're so well made that the metal never wears. It just never wears. So you buy this and it will remain in this condition unless you stomp on it when you drop it or something, forever. Remember, this is 50 years old. Okay. I'm going to do 2 more pieces and then we will close. Sort. I need to eat lunch. But I'm getting my rhythm down better where I can spend time and show you items but also move forward faster. So this is lowered from the last time I showed you, and oh, holy bejesus, it is a I didn't bring my magnifying glass. Come on. Oh, a Coventry. Sorry. Coventry, Sarah Coventry. Silver tone. Beautiful. Same thing. The metal never tarnishes. Doesn't fade. That's what it is, a silver tone. Looks like real silver. Beautiful swoosh, that atomic kind of swoosh. Sarah Coventry. $10 is a really great price for this. It's about half of what it should go for, but I've had it for so long and the holidays are coming. I'd like to pass it on to one of you. Here's the back. 10. Okay. So y'all, thank you for coming today. I really appreciate it, as always. I got through 3/4 of my item, if not 4/5, and that's really good. And I had a lot of you show up and participate, and thank you so much. It means a lot to me. If there was something that I didn't get to, send me an email, let me know. Watch the preview. It's on my channel. I always try to do a preview, but sometimes I have internet issues up here, and my dumb phone is like maxed to the capacity with photos and videos, and they're in the cloud, and I've downloaded it to my computer, and I've copied to a folder, but when I go to the folder, they're not in there. I don't know where they are. They're not copying. So until I can get that accomplished and delete them all off my phone, but then I have them forever on my computer, I often can't even get on Instagram, let alone do a preview, save it, and post it. But this time I was able to. I'm going down to the city where I'm at my dad's house. My daughter and her husband live in the in-law apartment, and he is a computer tech wizard. So he will figure it out. My daughter says, "Oh, Mom, it's just because you're a dumb millennial. It's user error. You, Mom, don't know what you're doing." And I'm like, yeah, in this case, I don't think so. But if you can help me, please do, sweetheart. I call her Angel Baby. So I'm like, sweet, please do, Angel Baby. Please help me. I appreciate all the help I can get. So I try to do a preview. So if you see something here or in the preview, you can fast forward this, and you can send me an email at mscwalker@att.net and let me know that you're interested, and I will respond. In this particular case, I need to know by Friday morning, because I'm traveling down to the Bay Area to do caregiving and house management for my father. So this is a shorter than usual, being able to hold items unless you really want it and you're willing to wait, a month. Okay. Patricia. Yes, Patricia? Okay. Hold on, Patricia. Let me say, well, you changed your mind. I'm glad you changed your mind, right? Because I love them. Patricia, 22. If I could type, see, I need to eat lunch. And my dog has been acting weird and not eating, so I need to go with him. Patricia. Oh, okay. Let me write that down, Patricia. And then I see another message. So hold on, friends, please. I'm sorry. Patricia Cube glasses. And I have your information, Patricia. And then Angela. Hi, Angela. How are you, honey? You want the purple vase. I would take the purple vase. Right on. So hold on. First, let me do it here. It's gorgeous. And I will pack it like double box. I will bubble wrap it, put it in a small box, and then wrap it again. And Angela, if you were here, you heard me saying that I'm going to invoice later today, and I want to ship Friday morning. So I will send you the entire invoice with shipping by tonight or tomorrow morning, and then that's Thursday. So if you get to me by early Friday morning, that would be great. Okay, Angela, I really need, turn of the century purple vase. Good price, good buy, good eye, girl. And that was 18. I'm just double checking. I swear to God, I said 18, but I don't want to upcharge you, Angela. Okay. Thank you. Thank you to all. Have a fabulous evening. I'm sure I'll see some of you in some lives or more today, tomorrow, and all through the week. Y'all have a fabulous day. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this, and I'll see you next week.